Airplanes are packed with hidden features you've probably walked past 100 times without noticing. Some are clever design hacks, while others could literally save your life. The funny thing is, airlines don't exactly advertise these details, and most passengers have no clue they exist. From a tiny spiral painted on an engine that prevents deadly accidents to a hook on the wing that could be your lifeline in an emergency, here are 13 airplane secrets you'll wish you knew sooner. The mystery passenger you'll never spot. On almost every flight, there could be someone armed and you'd never know. Federal air marshals are trained to blend in as regular passengers. They usually sit near the front or close to the cockpit, keeping a low profile. You'll notice they board early, keep their carry-ons small, and never touch alcohol. But here's the deal, they won't reveal themselves unless there's a serious threat. If you think you've spotted one, keep it to yourself. Calling them out could put everyone on board in danger. The truth about those yellow oxygen masks. When the masks drop, most people picture giant oxygen tanks hidden somewhere in the plane. Not true. What you're breathing actually comes from a chemical oxygen generator. It produces oxygen through a controlled chemical reaction, basically a small, safe explosion. That's why the supply lasts 12 to 20 minutes, just enough time for the pilots to descend to a safer altitude where you can breathe normally again. Old planes, new tricks. Think every jet is brand new? Not even close. Some planes flying today first hit the skies in the 1970s. Want to check yours? Look for the tail number near the rear of the plane or by the boarding door. Pop it into an aircraft database, and you'll see its exact age, sometimes older than the passengers riding it. Airlines upgrade interiors and follow strict safety checks, so an older aircraft doesn't mean unsafe, it just has history. Black boxes aren't black. Despite the name, airplane black boxes are bright orange so they can be spotted easily in wreckage. Each plane actually carries 2 recorders, one for flight data and one for cockpit audio. They're built to survive crashes, fires, and even deep sea pressure. A beacon inside sends out signals for about 30 days, helping investigators track them down. The secret hooks on the wings. Ever seen those small metal hooks above the wings? They're not random bolts. In the event of a water landing, ropes are attached to those hooks to guide passengers safely out of the cabin. They prevent people from sliding off a wet wing before rescue boats arrive. The swirl that could save a life. Look closely at a jet engine and you'll see a spiral painted on the spinner. It's not for decoration. When the engine's running, the spiral becomes a spinning blur, warning ground crew to keep clear of the deadly suction zone. One wrong step too close, and the pull could be fatal. Yes, planes have horns. Airplanes don't honk at each other midair, but they do have horns used on the ground. They're more like loud buzzers than car horns and help pilots communicate with maintenance crews when systems are shut down. You'll never hear them during flight, but on the tarmac, they're essential. Hidden handrails above your head. Those grooves above the overhead bins? They're secret handrails for flight attendants. During turbulence, they grip them to move safely through the cabin without falling onto passengers. Next time you're on board, look up, you'll notice them. Seat secrets you didn't know. Not all airplane seats are created equal. Some aisle seats have a hidden button under the armrest that lets you lift it for more room. On certain long-haul planes, the wall curves just enough to give window passengers extra shoulder space. And in some layouts, the dreaded middle seat is actually slightly wider than the others. Cargo planes built like giants. Some planes are designed to carry cargo so massive it wouldn't fit through normal doors. The Boeing 747 freighter can swing its entire nose open, while the legendary Antonov and Tu-25 once transported trains, turbines, and even other planes. These giants rarely carry passengers but are essential for moving the world's biggest loads. The power of airplane tires. Landing gear tires hit the ground at speeds over 150 miles per hour. They're inflated to 6 times the pressure of a car tire and built from special rubber that prevents static buildup. Instead of one massive tire, planes use many smaller ones to spread the impact. The cabin that could detach. Here's one wild concept engineers once tested: a detachable passenger cabin with parachutes. In theory, if the plane ran into trouble, the cabin could separate and float down safely. While it never made it past prototypes, thanks to cost and complexity, it's proof that aviation engineers constantly think about extreme safety measures. Bonus: travel tips airlines don't advertise. Now that you know the secrets, let's finish with a few tips to make your flight smoother. Window seats are colder. The outside air can hit minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit, so bring a sweater or blanket. Skip hot drinks. The water tanks aren't cleaned often. Stick with bottled water or juice. Tray tables and seat pockets are dirtiest. Bring disinfectant wipes. Never place food directly on the tray. Morning flights are best. Fewer delays, less turbulence. Sit in the back. Flight attendants can sometimes offer extras more discreetly. Don't fully inflate your neck pillow. Cabin pressure will make it expand uncomfortably. Order vegetarian, kosher, or gluten-free when booking, they're often fresher and served first. Skip shorts. Cabin seats aren't exactly sanitary. Long pants keep you cleaner and warmer. Bring a pen. Essential for filling out customs forms. Choose seats over the wing. You'll feel less turbulence. Download your airlines app. Get instant updates on gates and delays. Bring an empty bottle. Fill it post-security for free water. Always pack a power bank. Outlets are unreliable. Search flights in incognito mode. Prevents price hikes from repeated searches. Use seat map sites. Know which seats recline, which don't, and which are next to the bathroom. Final thoughts. Flying might feel routine, but airplanes are full of hidden details that make them safer, smarter, and sometimes surprisingly clever. From spirals painted on engines to secret hooks on wings, every small feature has a purpose. And with a few insider travel hacks, you can make your next trip more comfortable, less stressful, and a whole lot safer.